Today, in honor of veteran, I proudly present the commander of the Rylander VFW, Vietnam veteran, Jeff Winkler. Jeff Winkler was born April 16, 1949, and raised in Rylander, where he attended school and graduated in 1967, just prior to being placed on a 180-day enlistment.
As soon as I got out of high school, I had 180 days I had to go play before I went into the service.
Enlisting allowed servicemen like Winkler the ability to choose their own military branch and go to specialized training. Winkler chose a position as crew chief responsible for maintenance on UH-1H helicopters in the U.S. Army. He completed his basic training in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and advanced training in Fort Rucker, Alabama.
And that's what my MOS was when I went to Vietnam. I was a crew chief. And then I had a 50 caliber round come through the seat next to me. And that was my last day of being a crew chief. I went into maintenance. I figured that was my warning sign.
As crew chief, he was responsible for maintenance on the aircraft. But in that position, you're also one of two glorified door gunners, an incredibly dangerous position. Winkler spent over 2 years on active duty in Vietnam.
That was what we were trying to train, to keep communism out of Vietnam, but afterward you find out it was all political for money gain and everything else. It was a bad war all the way around.
Winkler recalls how he and other veterans were treated after their service. He said they were labeled everything from baby killers to murderers. The verbiage and abuse they received upon their return home was so much that they were separated from people in airports.
It was what you were told to do. I mean, you joined the service, whatever your job was, you had to do it no matter what. And that to me is not correct for anybody to disrespect the military. They're sitting there today because of what we did back then, and they don't realize it yet.
Winkler returned from the Army in 1971 and took about a 10-year break from being affiliated with any military organization. At this time, he married his wife Shirley, who had been waiting for his return, and welcomed their 2 children, Chad and Colette. In 1980, Jeff decided it was time to go back into the service. Well, kind of.
A group of guys got together and we were down at a bar, and they got me a little over inebriated.
And the next thing he knew, Jeff found himself in the basement of the memorial building where local recruitment took place.
The next morning I woke up and I went, oh, what did I do last night? And I joined the National Guard that night.
There, he started out as a squad leader and went on several tours from Panama to Germany. Even as a bit of a wild card, Jeff worked his way up to platoon sergeant and then first sergeant, where he retired after 26 years.
Then after that, it's just one thing after the other. Just joined each one of the organizations as they came up to him.
Today, he proudly dedicates his service to several military organizations, such as the NCO AMVETS, the American Legion, the VFW now as commander, the Northwoods Honor Guard, and most recently, the DAV.
I think right now I have more respect for the Honor Guard people than I do anybody. They have really, I mean, it's the ultimate thing you can do for another veteran.
Winkler said he cherishes the bonds he's established with his fellow veterans, the ones who supported each other back then, today, and to the day it's time to pay final respects.
When you get done with a funeral and that they play taps, I don't care if it's the first time you hear it or the last time you hear it, there's a tear in the corner of your eye. And you feel like you really did something.
From all of us here at Newswatch 12, we thank you for your service. Shauna Johnson, Newswatch 12.